Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of New York Giants Full Access. And you get your boy Big Pat Sports Talk reactions. I know you guys like these videos, so let's get into it. Mr. Max Kellerman, he's actually came around with the New York Giants and he's been repping us pretty hard. And he puts Daniel Jones in a pretty high caliber of quarterbacks. And I'm going to let him explain why he doesn't, and then we're going to chime in. So let's get into it.
You said something, all I heard was Daniel Jones, top tier QB1.
Yeah.
And can we just, I need to hear the sound because I don't remember all the details.
All right, let's hear it.
I just
Let's hear
remember
what
how
happened
angry
on
I
this
was by
excellent
hearing
show. This just in 2 p.m. Eastern, ESPN.
Why was he angry? Because Max Kellerman praised Daniel Jones. That's crazy.
And there he is, making his debut. I've resisted all year. All year I've resisted, but he just balled out. He has the Giants in the playoffs. He has a top 10 QBR, and he has, and let me be very clear, and if you think I'm wrong, give me a worse one, the worst receiving core in the NFL. If there's a worse receiving core than the Giants, I'd like to know who they are.
Justin Fields.
No. They just got Claypool.
That is true. Claypool will probably be one of our top receivers on this team. But let's continue.
He would easily be the number one on the Giants. Easily. There's no one even close to that on the Giants. The Giants have, I'm saying, maybe there's a team with a worse receiving core. It's not the Bears.
All right, so I missed the show yesterday, and I missed our meeting yesterday because I was working on another show.
How many shows are you on?
Hey, man, we work, man. That's all we do. We don't complain, right? Ain't that what we do, Jay? We just work.
So we do.
So what is this tier?
Let me explain the
bring me up to speed on this, because let me see if I can make sense of where you're at.
Okay.
So this is Max QB's tiers. He has tier 1 Patrick Mahomes by himself. Tier 2 Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts. Tier 3 Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones. Now, he's going to get a lot of flack for putting Daniel Jones in the same tier as Josh Allen and Justin Herbert. And I will say this, I do not put Daniel Jones in the same tier of Josh Allen simply because Josh Allen has had some playoff success. I was wrong. I thought he only had 1 playoff victory. He has 3 playoff victories. But Justin Herbert, I can see. They both just made the playoffs this year. Neither one of them has done anything in the playoffs. And Justin Herbert, yes, he puts up a bunch of stats, but look at his weapons compared to Daniel Jones. Look at all these guys' weapons compared to Daniel Jones. They're extremely better. Patrick Mahomes has a Hall of Fame tight end with Andy Reid as his head coach, with Juju, McCole Hardman, Kadarius Toney, Valdez Scantling, Sky Moore, and he has Pacheco and McKinnon at running back, with Ronald Jones at running back. So let's not act like Mahomes doesn't have anything. Joe Burrow, you already know the weapons he got over there. Higgins, Boyd, and Chase, enough said. Jalen Hurts, Smith, Watkins, A.J. Brown, Goddard, Miles Sanders, Josh Allen, Diggs, Gabriel Davis, even though I believe that he's a little bit overrated, McKenzie, Singletary, Knox, Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Palmer, Williams, Everett, Eckler, Daniel Jones, Richie James, Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, Bellinger, and he does have the best running back out of all of them, and Saquon Barkley when he's healthy. So let's see what he has to say.
every week I do quarterback tiers in the season to try and you're hitting a moving target. You're trying to figure out where are all the quarterbacks based on their play this year, right? Not what they did in the past, but this year. But there's a heavy recency bias. That doesn't mean you throw out everything that happened in week 4 and 5 and 6, but you weigh more heavily what's happened recently. So and the way it's structured, it's a pyramid. 1 guy is in the top tier, 2 are in the second tier, 3 are in the third, and that's it. So you rate 6
And it's
guys.
only 5 guys?
6.
6 guys.
I mean, 6 guys?
Yeah, 6 guys, that's it.
So
by
he
himself in the top
bases-
tier is Patrick.
He bases his tiers off 6 guys, tier 1, 1 player, tier 2, 2 players, tier 3, 3 players. Okay, that's how he based it.
Mahomes, that's uncontroversial, okay?
That's correct.
The next tier I have Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts, because even though Hurts has missed a couple games, I expect him to play going forward, and until he got hurt, he was, along with Mahomes, one of the 2 best guys in the league, okay? So I still have him in the second tier.
Okay.
Third
this is week to week.
This is week to week, where I'm adding up what's happened this season so far, but with a heavy emphasis on what's happened most recently. So I'm trying to figure out where everyone's at right now, right? Third tier, Josh Allen. I considered him or Jalen Hurts for that second tier, but I'm still going with Hurts based on what he did to the point he got hurt, and I expect him to come back. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, who has his team in the in the playoff situation and has played well recently. And the third name, and that's flipped a lot. It was Geno Smith. There was Jared Goff.
Dak Prescott.
Dak was there 1 week. Daniel Jones. Not only has he played like that, but he's made some spectacular plays, particularly in their very last game. It was probably the best game of his career.
So this is Daniel Jones' stats on the year. Total QBR is 9th. Completion percentage is 8th. Pass yardage is 15th in the league with 3,205. Pass TDs 19th with 15. And interceptions he's second lowest with 5. Now you add on the 708 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns with that. And he's around 4,000 yards with 22 touchdowns and about 7 turnovers, because I think he's lost 2 fumbles this year. Now, his QBR is 9th, and his completion percentage is 8th at 67%. Now, you put in the factor that his receivers have the second most drops in the league. How high would his QBR completion percentage be with that? How many more yards would he have if those guys were catching the ball? And let's not forget, in the Jaguars game alone, Johnson dropped 2 touchdowns that game. Now, what would his stats be like if his receivers were dependable like these other guys whose receivers are not dropping balls left and right and who are creating separation and are very good at their route running because they create separation, obviously. Look at the stats and then look at the way that he's been playing with these guys. He has some pretty good numbers. Top 10 in 3 categories, or 4 categories if you add rushing, and top 15 in 5 with the supporting cast that he has now. So imagine what he can do with a better supporting cast. That's all I'm saying. I totally agree with Max Kellerman, but let's go.
You know how I am, man.
Yep.
Look, he's been the model citizen all year long. Like you know how I am about numbers. I don't care about numbers, right? Because right now he's 19th in touchdowns. He's 19th in throwing touchdowns. Means nothing. That means nothing because they run the ball with Saquon on the goal line. They get the ball to other people.
Where he is in interceptions, Key?
They win different.
Thank you. Like, if you're running the ball on the goal line, he's not going to have that many touchdowns if you're running the ball on the goal line with Saquon Barkley and himself. But let's continue.
Different ways. When they run the football, they win on special teams. They win on defense. They just do a lot of good stuff. So I don't care about the statistical side of it. When I look at some of these other quarterbacks, you know, Geno Smith's had a pretty good year, nice run. You know,
I had him in there a couple times.
Lately, that quarterback in Green Bay's pretty damn good.
Yep.
Yeah. he's good. I don't know, like
no, pretty damn good of late.
That defense
though.
has stepped
Of
up.
late.
That defense has gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
the defense has
and then
stepped
you
up.
got a dude out in San Francisco that's only played what 4 games, 4 games.
Right.
So pretty though.
And he's done a tremendous job at holding things down. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate that Daniel Jones is considered the 3rd-tier quarterback and Max is 6th.
Hey,
I don't hate
Key,
it.
how about
Doesn't
this
matter.
stat, though? You do. It's not true to say you don't care about stats at all, because you were the one who came up with certain parameters for stats, and you were like, if you do that, you're almost always going to win. So we checked it, Key. We checked your stat configuration, and it turns out quarterbacks win something like 80% of the time when they drop back fewer than 25
30.
times or fewer than 30 times, have no interceptions, and what else was it? And have no more than 300 yards or something.
250 in the air and some change and a touchdown and no interceptions and drop attempts 30 of them. You're going to win a lot of games that way. And the reason I say I don't care about the statistics.
And that's why we've been winning games. You look at the games where Daniel Jones threw for over 300 yards and threw for a touchdown or 2. We lost those games, but most of the games when he was throwing 175 to 200 yards and throwing a touchdown and no interceptions, we won. That's a good formula to win. And that's the ball that he is playing extremely well. If we do not turn over the ball and we run the ball effectively with Daniel Jones' legs and Saquon Barkley's legs, and Daniel Jones makes the plays that he has to in a passing game when they ask of him, we have won games. And we've done it consistently because we haven't been turning over the ball. He went from one of the top quarterbacks in the league in turnovers to one of the least turnover quarterbacks in the league this year. You got to give him credit for that. And I don't mind Max Kellerman putting him in tier 3. I think that's right where he belongs.
Side of the touchdowns, because it's touchdowns. 19, he's 19th in the league. That's right in the little bit underneath the middle of the pack, which it's all system driven too.
I have something for you. This is what I'm saying why you do care about it. What do you always focus on? Interceptions, turnovers, right? He is 2nd in the league for fewest turnovers. He has 5 interceptions. 5 interceptions on the year.
Yeah, but that could also be a product of them not throwing as much, which is a reason they're winning games.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Did you consider, with the way they played down the stretch, Trevor Lawrence? Where was he in the conversation? Because where they finished last year and what he went through compared to where they're playing down the stretch right now with Doug Peterson, I mean, he's having this tremendous turnaround.
There's no question. Now look, was there some homerism? Yeah, I'm a Giants fan?
Yes.
Of course. Now, but I will say this. Here were the
Of course it's going to be homerism, Max. We're Giants fans. But that was Max's tier of quarterbacks, and I totally agree with him on that one. I would definitely put him in tier 3. Could you put Trevor Lawrence over him? Yeah. Trevor Lawrence was playing pretty good down the stretch. If you want to put Aaron Rodgers in there, I guess. I don't know, but I'm definitely not mad at him putting Daniel Jones where he put him because I think he deserves to be there. He's like a tier 3 quarterback right now. And let's see what he does in the playoffs moving forward. Because if he wins a couple of playoff games, there's going to be a lot of people eating a lot of crow, man. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Just had to give you guys this little nugget. Max Kellerman puts Daniel Jones in one of his top tiers of his quarterbacks list. And I totally agree with it. But you guys let me know how you feel about this. You know this has been New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're at 23 members right now. Once we get to 50 members, that's when I'll be able to do the New York Giants Full Access for members only. I'll be able to do video breakdowns for members only. So you guys continue to hit that join button. Let's get up to 50 so we can get some more content pushed out to you guys. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. And until the next episode, peace. This is a Big Blue Crew production.